Welcome to Yoga with Cynthia. I'm Cynthia Bialik and both the host and the producer for this program. Irene Faithful is with me today and will be helping to demonstrate our yoga with straps. So we've had all sorts of yoga programs, yoga for the golfer, yoga for the athlete, gentle yoga, yoga after hip replacement. So lots of different shows. But today, I know many of you get these kits, these yoga kits, and they include a strap. And sometimes it's hard to figure out what to do with it. They may only give you a booklet that includes one use of the strap. So today we're going to be using the strap, and if you have a strap, great. If you don't, if your husband's retired and he has an old tie, grab it. You could also use a very long dish rag maybe, or tie two together, or you could use a jump rope if you have that from a child. So anything that's kind of long like this, because we're going to be using this quite a bit. We're going to just lay it out in front of us for now, and we're going to do some warming of the shoulders, because we're going to actually start with some shoulder work today. So I want you to put your hands on the shoulders. And if you have bad shoulders, sometimes they can be made worse from inactivity. So once you have a small shoulder injury, you tend not to use the shoulder. And then what happens is you get stiffness in the shoulder, and it hurts to move it in ways that it actually can move. So we're going to attempt to do some of that today. So let's drop our elbows down from the shoulders and kind of sweep them forward and sweep them back. Sweep them forward, sweep them back. We're going to start to take those elbows around in a circle, but I want to caution you. If that causes you extreme discomfort, please do not do it, because this, just in general, will help you to warm those shoulders. Anything more could really bother your shoulders, but let's give it a try. Those of you that want to give it a try, let's lift those elbows up, take them and open them, look up in the air, and start to bring them down. Let's do the same thing again. Pull them up, look up, and back down. Deep breath in, lift, exhaling around. 2 more times. In, lift, exhaling around. 1 more time. Lift, in, and around. Now let's drop the left elbow down. Stretch your right arm in the air. Look up into your right hand and bring that arm over. So you're actually going to be looking underneath that right shoulder. Take a look. Deep breath. And on the exhale, reach out. We're going to do the same thing again on that side. Deep breath in. Exhale over. And then continue. Deep breath in. Exhale and hold. Deep breath in. Exhale and down. Let's try the other side. Come over to your right elbow and look under your left shoulder. Deep breath in. Exhale and hold. Deep breath in. Exhale to the left side. And then once again, take a deep breath in. Exhale and start to pull to the right. Continue lifting upward. Continue stretching the lats, stretching the triceps, rotating the spine, and looking up onto your left shoulder. 2 more deep breaths here. And on the last exhale, we're going to bring those hands behind our back. We're going to make a fist behind our back, press down, and lift the rib cage up. And I'm going to give you my back because you'll be able to see me a little better. I'm going to give you the instructions. You'll see Irene from the front, and you'll continue to watch me from the back. So I'm going to take my strap with me. So you're going to keep those arms back, squeeze your shoulder blades tightly. Now you're going to bend your elbows and bring your palms over, your fist over to your hip, okay? And let's bring it over to the other hip. And now we're going to grab a hold of the strap with your left arm, bring it up in the air. And take your right arm back and climb up. Now some of you, and make sure that the top of your hand is resting on your back and you're pulling down with that hand as you're pulling up with the other. Some of you may be able to connect your hands and get closer. But if you can't, just hold on to that strap. Now release, and we're going to try the other side. Right arm is up. Hold on to the strap here, and you're going to climb up the back with your left hand. And if you can, grab those hands and hold it there. Now release. All right. And we're going to cross those ankles. And we're going to come up onto our knees. And we're going to go ahead and give the top of the feet a little tap there. Tap them down. And I want you to step forward with your right foot, then your left foot. And just hang to the floor. Now, if you cannot reach, I want you to put your strap under your feet. And you're going to hold on to the strap. You're going to work the strap in your hands, bend your elbows, and pull towards your toes. So you're stretching down towards the toes. Continue those deep breaths in and out through the nose as you pull down. Now roll up slowly, and I want you to hold on to the strap with both of your hands, and you're going to slide the feet comfortably apart so they're about hip distance apart. And I want you to shrug your shoulders, pull the shoulders back, lift your chest up in the air. Hold on to that. Now another good shoulder stretch, and we've created a little loop, okay, here. So and step both feet in that little loop. And we're going to bring the strap between our legs. And we're going to hold that strap by reaching back and lifting our elbows up. So we're going to just take our gaze to the ceiling, push those thighs forward, look up in the air, and then walk both arms back as you continue to look up. Do we feel that? I hope so. If that's too much on your back, pull up a little bit and don't extend that spine too much. Now we're going to take that strap out from us. Take the feet out. And now we have a pose called dancer's pose. It's a little challenging because it relies on good balance and flexibility, but we're going to give it a try since we have that loop in our strap. We're going to start with our right foot first. So we're going to go ahead and put our right foot through that and onto the ankle, okay? So we're going to do the same thing we just did with our arms, but now we're going to bend that right knee, and we're going to lift that right heel up. And you're going to draw that heel to the buttocks. And as you lift that leg up, you're going to pull those elbows out and forward. So lifting the right leg in the air as you pull the chest forward. And this is not a Rajasana. And let's come back down. How do we do with that? That feel good? All right, let's put that loop through the left foot. And those of you that this is brand new to, you have another toy in which to practice some of these yoga poses at home with. So again, first find your balance, then start to work down the strap. Pull that left foot up towards you. And then pull the elbows forward and continue to breathe. And let's come on down. All right, so now we're going to come to our knees. All right. Now we have a pose called gate latch. So I know a lot of you are fairly new to yoga, and it's okay. This one's a little tricky, so if this bothers you in any way, just don't do it, just watch, or go through the motions, and when you get to the point where you say, you know, this is all I can do, just stay there, okay? We're going to take our right foot out, but before we do, we're going to put that strap around it again. I'm going to take our right foot out to the side, and we're going to go ahead and toss the strap over there for a moment, because what I want you to line up is your knee and your hip, okay? We're going to bring the arms straight out from the shoulders here, and we did a lot of warming of those shoulders. We're going to drop the right arm down and lift your left arm in the air. Just look up at it. Lift your rib cage up high. Pull back into your left shoulder. Lifting your chest as high as you can. Pull down with that left shoulder and lift the chest. Look up into your left hand. Now we're going to bring that left arm down and grab that strap. We're going to hold on to the strap. Bend your left elbow and look underneath your left shoulder. And you can work your way down closer to that right leg. Deep breath in, exhale, pulling down as close to that right leg as you feel comfortable. Stay there and breathe. Now let's release. Turn your right foot in. Bring that strap in front of you. Hold that right foot there. Look up, arch that back. Deep breath in, and as you bring that knee in, round out the back, exhale. Draw the navel into your spine. Now deep breath in and extend your left leg out. I'm going to put the loop on the ball of your left foot now. And let's go ahead and line ourselves up. Take your arms straight out from the shoulders here. We're going to go into gate latch pose on this one. Paragasanasana. All right, so you're going to come down into your left hand, open the chest, back to your right, lifting the rib cage high, stretching up to the sky. Lean back into the right shoulder. Keep looking up. And then as you feel you're able, start to come over. We're going to grab that strap. Look underneath your right elbow. Pull down as far as you can towards the left. All right. Let's come back. Keep that left foot out. Take a deep breath in, arch the back. On the exhale, we're going to bring that knee in, round the spine, cat tilt pose. Then let's come into extended child's pose just to give the back a stretch. Pull those hips back to your heels. Keep those arms out in front and just stretch the back. All right, let's cross your ankles. And we're going to sit back on on our buttocks. I'm going to grab our straps again. I hope you're enjoying yourselves today. We certainly don't do this every day. Sometimes it's more difficult to get everybody synchronized with the straps. It's nice to do with small groups like you at home. So we're going to bring that strap underneath the arches of our feet, and we're going to loop up the sides here. And we're going to come into a boat pose, but first we're going to start with a very modified boat pose. In boat pose, we want to really use our erector spinae muscles, okay? The muscles that run parallel with your spine that help you move into, and really are the primary mover of extension, so back bending. Okay, so we're going to start that process by pulling the shoulders back over the hips, lifting the heels off the floor, drawing the rib cage up, and now slowly raise those legs. Keep the elbows pulling down as you lift your heels up. Keep your gaze in the air. Pull those elbows back. Now relax your shoulders down and pull your elbows into the body. Focus on the toes. Look over the tops of your toes. Good. Hold on to that. 2 more deep breaths. And on the last exhale, we're going to come down. Now, that was Navasana, boat pose. Now we're going to go into Ardha Navasana, half boat pose. In half boat pose, a little tricky, we're holding the pose with our abdominal muscles, okay? So just 2 sets. We're holding the pose with our transverse abdominis muscle fibers and our rectus abdominis muscle fibers and our psoas muscles as well. So we're going to go ahead and recline on the mat down onto the sacrum because we need to be able to engage our core muscles. So we're on the sacrum. We're going to lift the heels and just round out the upper portion of your back and start to lift those feet up. So we're in Ardha Navasana. Our shoulders, our head should be in line with our feet. We're looking at our feet. Now drop the elbows to the hips. Continue to breathe. Look at your toes. And we're in Ardha Navasana, or half boat pose. Continue to breathe. Stretch those toes apart. Drive the navel into the spine so you really feel the rib cage moving towards your pelvic bones. You feel the navel pushing down towards your back. 2 more deep breaths as we hold the pose. And we're going to bend the knees and come back up. All right. So now, sit up tall. Before we go down to the mat, I want you to shrug your shoulders. And we're going to do a bind. So you may or may not have seen binds in yoga. You may have performed it already. But a lot of people have difficulty with binds because of lack of shoulder mobility. We've done a lot with the shoulders, so we're going to try it without the strap. And then if we need to use the strap, we'll demonstrate with the strap anyways. So what you're going to do is you're going to bend your right knee and take that right heel underneath your left hip. And we're going to take the left heel up against the right ankle. We're going to turn to the right side. Right arm is back behind your right hip. Left arm is on the inside of your knee. To try to bind, we're going to reach out away from our leg and then wrap around the leg. This is called a bind. It's a really good stretch for your chest and shoulders. But if you can't make it, the strap is a wonderful tool. So what we're going to do is we're going to put that strap around our wrist when we reach back and then just hold on to the other end of the strap so it's less intense. And then work at really separating the rib cage there and pulling the shoulder blades tighter together. Look back over the right shoulder. And then as we come around, if we want to try another bind, we're going to slip that left foot in the strap and put your left foot on top of the right hip. So this is a half lotus bind, okay? So here we are. And if we can't reach all the way around and grab our foot like this, okay, we can use the strap. So we're going to take the strap around our back and bind and twist to the left. Another good use of the strap, right? So preferably if you can come all the way over and grab your toes, you can do it that way also, okay? Without the strap. All right, let's try that same sequence on the other side. So we start our bind, first bind. So now the left heel is underneath your right hip, your right foot is in front of the left ankle. You're going to take the left arm behind the left hip, and you're going to bring that right elbow against that right leg. Now to bind, we're going to reach forward with our right arm, stretch it out as far as we can, wrap that arm around, reach back, and grab those hands from behind. If that doesn't work for you, we're going to go ahead and place the Okay, so as we bind, you're reaching back with your left arm, and it's a little easier because you're opening the chest, and you're allowing the stretch to occur more deeply across the chest that way. Look back over your left shoulder, hold on to that. Deep breaths in and out through the nose. And then when we do our half lotus bind, we're going to strap that right foot now and bring the right heel up on your left hip. You can try the bind, reaching back for your right foot and twisting here. Or if that doesn't work for you, go ahead and take the strap behind your left hip and reach for it with your right arm. So either way, allowing your chest to get a better stretch. If you can reach for your foot, you can go ahead and do that. All right. Let's put the strap off to the side. Now we did a lot today, so I think it would be wonderful to end in Savasana. Savasana is always a treat. Give yourself 5 to 10 minutes of just reclining on the carpet or on your yoga mat, wherever you are, and give yourself at least 5 to 10 minutes relaxing the entire body. We're going to go through shaking out the limbs, and then you're going to focus on just breath, breathing in and out through the nose until we meet again. Namaste. Listen for directions in Savasana. So allow your hips to open a little bit, shake your feet around, and then drop your arms, relax your shoulders, and just create a stillness through the legs. Move your head back and forth. And then find neutral spine, so you're resting plumb on the back of your head. Close your mouth, and we're going to start to breathe deeply in and out through the nose in corpse pose.